Okay, now we're gonna go to the ears. Okay, the ears are relatively large on a wolf, and they are not pointed, contrary to some drawings I've seen. They are actually rounded. Not as rounded as mice or anything, but they don't point exactly. I mean, there's a little round off at the end. So, then you're going to just go down and curve around, like that. And then, right up here is where the ears get kind of detailed. There's a little flap of skin right here, like that. And remember, this is another thing, kind of like the nose. It's stuck into the wolf's head, but it's not like it's a separate part completely. So there is going to be some remnants of fur inside of the ear. And then it's going to kind of curve out like this because there is some fur inside of it, like that. And then you're going to make sure, or try to make sure, that even after all this, you keep track of where this flap of skin is, because there's going to be the same thing on the other side. Alright, so just remember also that even though we're drawing a side view of a wolf, there is an implied right side of the wolf, even though we're on the left. So first, generally what I do before I do the ears is, if you want to, there's going to be like bangs or hair or whatever. Yes, I do have a cartoony style. It's not like it's a realistic style. Alright, so, and if you want to do the hair, then we're going to just erase all the skull part and stuff. Like that. Alright, so if you want it to... Alright, so there you go. That's that. And then, over here, we want that implied ear. Right here. And then, there's that other flap of skin still. And there's not as much of this fur showing, but there's a little bit. Same thing going on. And then we want to go to the eye now, because that's going to help us a little bit. Okay, so here's the eye. You don't have to do your eyes like this. This is just how I do them. In fact, I would actually kind of appreciate it if you didn't quite copy the eyes I do, because I do love my eyes. And I've kind of mixed together a couple styles in them, so. And you can put eyebrows for expression or whatever you want, obviously. It is your picture. So, alright, and then over here we have the hackles, which are the kind of the, when a wolf gets mad, they flare up and they go rawr. Okay, so, and you're gonna want to make sure that they kind of continue from the hairline. But yeah, and then it continues into their mane. So think of this as a wolf's mane, except it doesn't droop down, unless your persona is like that. So just make it kind of crazy, because they are wild animals again, and they do have kind of funky hair, especially in my drawings. But, so there you go. And then we've also got like 2 more steps to do. Alright, so let me get rid of this fur in his eye, or hair. Okay. What I used to think was that the hair that comes down from actually what is the front of the ear, like this, I used to think it came from the back, which is why my drawings always wound up looking funky when I was younger. But now I know that it actually comes from the front. Alright, so, and then you're going to want to kind of from one of the middle strands of the fur, you're going to want to make some more fur. And you're going to connect it, and there's your chest, here's your chest, here's your face, and here's your back, and here's your ears, and there you go. So that's a wolf A. And, oh yeah, and by the way, if you want to know how to do more highlights similar to the nose, only on like more of the hair or something, you gotta remember that you can put the sun anywhere you want. A lot of people seem to like to put like the sun here with a smiley face, or like over here with a frowny face, or something, and they'll show how it's radiating onto the wolf, like this. And, or any animal. This shading technique can be used with any animal. But you gotta remember, like, especially with these hackles and this fur right here, there's not a solid figure in between. So these hackles are basically just strands of fur, so the sun will shine through them to make, like, highlights. Like, let's see. I'll just do something really fast for you. you don't have patience, you will not want to do this with a full body drawing. Remember, this is kind of a quick sketch. If you want to see better work, you can go to my DA page, which is in the description, I think. Yes. Okay, so pretty much, this is just a really, really fast highlight. You can tell that there's, like, see, it looks pretty highlighted. And see the sun shining up through it. Okay, so that's about it. If you got any questions or anything, then feel free to comment or note me on DeviantArt and stuff like that. I believe that's about it. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.